Hi, I'm Scott Campbell with Solve3D, and in this video, we're going to take our previously labeled training data and use it to train up a model that we will later use to identify objects in our imagery.
All right, so now we can run training on this image or on these labels. So what we do here, click the Run Training button. And this little window will pop up. This number of iterations is how many times the algorithm's going to look at some of these data sets and start learning from the data. I recommend the images are pretty quick to run training on compared to the LiDAR classification. So I recommend at least starting with 1,000 if you can afford to wait longer or you have better GPUs, you might want to even do more iterations, but definitely start with a high number. And we got to pick a folder here. So you can select My Results. And then we just click Submit. So we'll let this start up here. So a few things to keep in mind. If you're running for this for the very first time on your computer may have to download some additional ML resources. And it'll do that automatically. You'll see an indication in this progress menu of that progress bar that's happening. But once it starts here, just like with the LiDAR classification, you're going to get a tensor board window that pops up showing you the accuracy of all the classes that were found. And just like before, you sometimes got to click this resize button once it gets some data here. Just give it a second. Hit refresh too. There we go. So we can click this third button and you see the graphs are now scaling to their respective values. So we're only done about 80 iterations and we're at about 80% accurate here. So we'll just let this run. Okay, Scott, so we are now finished the training. You may come back to your computer. If you walked away, you may come back to your computer with a message like this, saying that the TensorBoard server is maybe down or inaccessible. That is simply because TensorBoard can't show any data because the process is finished. So this is quite normal. If you see this, you can just close this. It does indicate a log directory. So if you do want to view this TensorBoard stats on your model, you can always open, I'll just quickly show you where that is. You can open the solved engine function, search for the word model in here, and open the view model stats function and point this directory of the training logs to this same folder here and hit execute and confirm your workflow, and the TensorBoard will pop right back up with the same graphs that it had when it was finished. Just give this a second for it to spin up. And there we go.
And there are the results from your training.
That's right.
Okay, great.
Okay.
There are two really important things to keep in mind as you're training your model. First, you need to make sure that you're using enough iterations. Use the TensorBoard graphs to get an idea as to how many iterations you're going to need to achieve the results that you want. The second one is, even if you increase your iterations and you're not getting the results that you want, then you need to go back and review your training data to make sure that you're using relevant and appropriate data for training your model.